It's terribly sad, the pandemic claiming yet another Australian fashion victim.
That's right, Danica. I mean, we've seen a lot of retailers go down this year. We've had Jeans West, Kiki K, C. Foley, just to name a few, and now Alice McCall. It's a brand that's been around for about 20 years. It's designed fashion for Kylie Minogue and Beyonce. So it's a very reputable brand. But they came out yesterday and said they've gone into voluntary administration. And one of the concerns for them was the fact that the pandemic had hit, their bricks and mortar stores had been hit. And obviously there's a lot of issues with retailers trying to survive this year. So unfortunately, it looks like they're another casualty.
Yeah, it's really disappointing to hear. I mean, some of these companies that have collapsed are icons, really, in Australia. Now, Sophie, if you're a consumer and you have a voucher or a credit note for these stores that have gone into voluntary administration, does that at all have an impact?
It can, Danica. I mean, in some situations, you won't get any of your money back until you know what happens through the voluntary administration process. I'd suggest going to the ACCC website, finding out your rights. I mean, basically, when companies go into voluntary administration, the creditors are in a holding pattern to see what comes out of it. So hopefully there's not a lot of people that are impacted this way, but who knows how many have gift vouchers and credit notes from the store. It's always a very stressful time for both the creditors and the company to see what comes out, to see if someone can rescue them. But sadly, it looks like they're going to be another company that folds completely.
Yeah, it's disappointing news, Soph. Now, on another matter, the popular Click Frenzy sales kick off from 7 p.m. Tonight on the East Coast. Of course, it's that time when you can bag a bargain. Very dangerous, though, I must say, for some. Can you take us through what is Click Frenzy for those who don't know?
Sure. So Click Frenzy starts at 7 o'clock tonight. It's basically an online shopping bonanza where stores offer huge discounts. Now, some of them have already started rolling out discounts, and they'll go through until Thursday night. There's some really good discounts. I've already snapped up some active wear, 30% off. So it's a huge amount of retailers across the country. Go online tonight. Check your inbox for your favourite stores to see what they're offering. But basically, it's a mass online sale, some in store as well, that will see you snag huge discounts. And this is really important for retailers. They're hoping that the shoppers will pounce on these sales and spend up, because obviously they've had a very tough year.
Absolutely. And as well, we are heading into Christmas, so this might be the time, Soph, to really get your hands on a bargain. Have you got any tips for getting a good bang for your buck?
Absolutely. So make sure that you sign up to your favourite store's newsletters. Make sure you know when these sales are on. Click Frenzy starts at 7 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time tonight, goes through till midnight Thursday night. Also, make sure that you're only buying stuff that you really do need. It's a good idea to get your Christmas shopping list together, work out what you want to buy, and have a look tonight, because a lot of the discounts will only be around for a couple of days. And then we move into later in the month where we've got Cyber Monday and Black Friday, which are another huge shopping bonanza weekend. And that's where you can also get discounts. So if you're really smart about it, put these dates in your calendar, shop with a list, but don't buy stuff you don't need.
Yes, some great advice. I think that last one, don't buy stuff you don't need. I mean, I personally know I'm a victim of that, so good to hear. Now, just finally, on a separate matter, let's talk about superannuation, because research has found that 3 in 4 Aussies actually support the increase of compulsory superannuation payments to 12%, Soph, by 2025.
That's right, Danica. So this was independent research that was done by the Association of Superannuation Funds of Australia. Now, it looked at the fact that 75% of Australians want compulsory super to rise to 12% by 2025. Now, on the screen there, we've got the percentage increases. They start going up from 9.5% to 10% in July next year, and then they rise each year by 0.5%. Now, this is a political hot potato. There's a lot of discussion around whether the legislated increases should proceed, given that we are in a pandemic. The economy's had a hugely, difficult year this year, and whether businesses can afford this. Now, this can result in someone having tens of thousands of dollars more come retirement, but the RBA governor's come out and said he's concerned about it. He's worried that it will mean, no wage growth for workers out there. Josh Frydenberg has also told me that these planned legislated increases are to go ahead, but he too has signalled his concerns about it. I've been talking to senior Liberal sources on this and been told they can unpick the legislation. So it's whether or not they actually do unpick it and stop it. But this will remain to be seen. But this is an absolutely political hot potato. You've got Labor wanting it to go ahead because a lot of their funds are union-backed. That they want it, the rise to proceed. But then you've got the other side of the coin where the Liberal sources don't want it to go ahead. A lot of them don't want it to go ahead. They think it will cost jobs.